Today we are going to discuss simple graphical transformations. Okay, suppose y equal to f of x is given function, then how can we draw the graph of y equal to f of x plus k, f of x plus k, y equal to k into f of x, and y equal to f of kx, y equal to mod f of x, y equal to f of mod x, y equal to modulus of f of mod x, and mod y equal to f of x. These graphs we will discuss today. Okay, let us see simple graphical transformations. First we'll discuss about the graph of y equal to f of x plus k. Suppose y equal to f of x is given, and then how to draw the graph of y equal to f of x plus some constant, that we are going to discuss now. Okay, for example, if I select y equal to e power x plus 1, and one more example, y equal to e power x minus 1, then what happens? Observe. X axis, y axis, and here x axis, y axis. Okay, we know the graph of e power x, right? First draw the graph of e power x with dotted lines, and then we go for e power x plus 1 and e power x minus 1. We know that the graph of e power x exists like this. This dotted graph indicates y equal to e power x. At x equal to 0, e power 0 become 1. Same here. This is y equal to e to the power of x. At x equal to 0, the value of y equal to 1. Right? When you have plus 1, automatically what we get, for which you have to add 1 unit, and for which you have to add 1 unit, then 1 unit for this. For each and every point of e power x, we are adding 1. Right? That means we get the graph of e power x plus 1 in this way. That is what happened here. Just the graph of e power x is shifted above 1 unit, right? Next, to get the graph of y equal to e power x minus 1, just shift the graph below 1 unit, right? Minus 1 you have, so 1 unit decreases, 1 unit less, 1 unit less. Okay, this one also. Yes, this is the graph of y equal to e power x minus 1. So by these two graphs, what you observe, when you have plus some constant, when you have added a positive quantity, then shift the graph towards upwards. Next, when you have minus of some positive quantity, then you have to shift the graph below. That is based on given value of k, right? So that what I am writing here, To draw the graph of y equal to f of x plus k, we have to remember that up and downs. Up and down you have to remember. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss about the graph of y equal to f of x plus k. Suppose y equal to f of x is given, then how to draw the graph of y equal to f of x plus k? Observe from different examples. Suppose that y equal to e power x plus 1, one example. Y equal to e power x minus 1, another example I am selecting. For input, we are adding k units, right? So that the graph of e power x plus 1 and graph of e power x minus 1, if you see, first we have to draw the graph of e power x, okay? And then we have to go for e power x plus 1 and e power x minus 1. Yes, we know the graph of e power x, right? This dotted graph indicates e power x graph, strictly increasing graph, right? And this is entirely above x-axis exists. This is y equal to e power x. And at x equal to 0, it is 1. Now, if I write the value of x equal to minus 1, then what happens? What I am saying, if I write the value of x equal to minus 1, then e power 0 become 1. So here, when you write 0, e power 1, so we get here. Joining these points, we get the graph like this. This is the graph of y equal to e power x plus 1. That means if I draw a line parallel to y-axis at x equal to minus 1, now it looks like e power x, right? Just shift the graph towards left. Generally, e power x graph we get like this at x equal to 0. When you have e power x plus 1, then at x equal to minus 1, we get the graph of e power x plus 1 in this way. The same graph, just at x equal to minus 1 exists. Okay. Next, to draw the graph of y equal to e power x minus 1, if you write x value 1, then e power 0 become 1, right? Next, if you write 0, e power minus 1, 1 by e, here, nothing but now it acts like y-axis. You can draw general graph. This is y equal to e power x minus 1. This is about the graph of y equal to e power x plus 1 and y equal to e power x minus 1. Remember, we know that e power x graph, increasing graph, intersects y-axis at 1. When you have e power x minus 1, you have to select minus 1 vertical line, and normal e power x graph you have to draw. This is the axis 0 at x equal to 0. This is the axis. Okay, by selecting vertical line x equal to minus 1 and x-axis, normally draw the graph and then go for y-axis at x equal to 0. This is the graph of e power x minus 1. Okay. Therefore, here I can say that we have to shift left and right, right? Therefore, here for remembrance, we have to write left and right shifts. Okay. Next, we go for the graph of y equal to k f of x. Suppose if y equal to f of x is given, then y equal to k times of f of x graph. The graph of y equal to k times of f of x, in which the range of the function will change. For example, if I select y equal to 2 times of sin x is the function, clearly f of x sin x, okay, and k into f of x here 2 into sin x, right? From 1 it is clear that sin x value always between -1 and +1. When you multiply with 2, then what happens? There is change in the range. You have to write -2 here and +2 here. Therefore, here there is a change in range of f of x. Remember, let us draw the graph of y equal to 2 sin x. First, draw the graph of sin x and then go for 2 times of sin x. We know that the graph of sin x, that is a wavy curve, exists like this. Okay, and its range from -1 to +1. Next, when you have 2 times of sin x, then it approaches to maximum 2, minimum -2. Okay, we get the graph in this way, and here this is the graph. This is y equal to 2 sin x, and this one is y equal to sin x. Okay, suppose you have 1 by 2 of sin x, then what happens? Range changes to -1 by 2 to 1 by 2, remember. So that from these graphs here I can write change in range. Okay, when you multiply with constant, then there is a change in the range. Next, we are going to discuss about the graph of y equal to f of kx. Okay, if y equal to f of x is given, then the transformation of graph of y equal to f of kx we are going to discuss. Suppose that y equal to sine of 2x is the function. Clearly, if f of x equal to sine x, f of 2x become sine of 2x, right? We know that sin x range from -1 to 1, and sine of 2x range also -1 to 1. That means no change in the range, remember. Okay, when you multiply internally with some constant k, then unchanged range exists in this case. Draw the graph of sine 2x with the help of sine x now. X-axis and y-axis are drawn. We know that the sine x graph exists like this. This is y equal to sine x value 0, pi. When you have 2x, by substituting x equal pi by 2, we get 0. But the range is same, right? Here 0. By substituting minus pi by 2, sine of minus pi becomes 0. 3 pi by 2 if you write x value. 2 gets cancelled, sine 3 pi again it becomes 0. At 0 also 0. So in the same range from minus 1 to 1, the graph of sine x exists in this way. This is the graph. Okay. And here this is the graph of y equal to sine of 2x. And from these two graphs, what we observe, there is no change in the range, but the graph compressed pi by 2 units, right? It is compressed pi by 2 units. Depending upon the constant, the graph may compress or that stretch. Okay. So that here I am going to write in the previous case change in range. Here no change in range, as well as here the graph either compress or stretch. Okay. Next we are going to discuss about the graph of y equal to modulus f of x. Suppose y equal to f of x is given, then we will discuss how to draw the graph of y equal to modulus f of x. Suppose for example, if you have y equal to x minus 1 into x minus 2, then how to draw the graph of y equal to modulus of x minus 1 into x minus 2? Observe. Let us see. Y equal to x minus 1 into x minus 2, it indicates a parabola passing through x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. This is the graph of y equal to x minus 1 into x minus 2. Okay. When you have modulus sign, this is always positive, right? Therefore, neglect the negative part in y equal to f of x and reflect it into upwards. And the remaining graph same. This is y equal to modulus of x minus 1 into x minus 2. Since y value is positive, we have to neglect the negative quantity and we have to change it into positive manner like this, right? Therefore, here what I am writing, observe. neglect negative portion, make it positive portion. Okay, that's all. This is about the graph of y equal to mod f of x. Next, we will discuss about the graph of y equal to f of mod x. Okay. See, if y equal to f of x is given, then how to draw the graph of y equal to f of modulus x. For example, suppose the graph of f of x, if you have like this is y equal to f of x. Then to draw the graph of y equal to f of mod x, see, whatever the value of x, either positive or negative, it gives the same result. So the graph which is existing for positive values of x, the same graph exists for all negative values of x. Why? Because you have modulus x here. If you give input 1, then suppose you got this result. Then for minus 1 also you'll get the same. If suppose it is 2 and suppose image here, then automatically for minus 2 also we get the same image, right? Therefore, we have to neglect this part. That means left portion I am going to neglect, and then image of right portion I am going to select. This is the graph. Okay. Clearly, y equal to f of x is this one. Next, when you have y equal to f of mod x, the graph exists pink colored with dotted lines in this way. Here, I am going to neglecting left portion and reflecting right portion. In the previous case, neglecting the portion below x-axis and reflecting above. Now in this case, I am neglecting left portion and then reflecting right portion. That you have to remember. Okay. Here what I am writing, neglect left portion graph and reflect positive portion about y-axis. Okay. Next we will discuss the graph of y equal to modulus of f of mod x. If y equal to f of x is given, then to draw the graph of y equal to modulus of f of mod x. First, draw the graph of y equal to f of x. Okay. This is step 1. And then go for the graph of y equal to f of modulus x. And in the third step, move to the graph of y equal to modulus of f of mod x. Okay. These are the 3 steps involved in this transformation. For example, the question is draw the graph of y equal to modulus of log of mod x. Then first we have to draw the graph of log x, and in the second step we have to draw log mod x graph, and then go for modulus of log of mod x. Okay, yes, three steps involved in this. We know that the graph of log x exists like this. This is x equal to 1, log 1 value 0. This is the graph of y equal to log x. Next, to transfer into the graph of log of mod x, see, neglect left portion and reflect right portion that you have. We have to neglect left portion. There is no left portion, right? So directly we have to draw its image. That means log of mod x means both this one as well as, yes, with another color I am going to represent. Pink colored I am going to select for the second step, and then these two represent y equal to log of mod x. Okay, second step over. And next, to move modulus of log of mod x, see, for the function f of x, if you have modulus, here we are neglecting negative portion and we are making it into positive, right? So now this portion is as it is, but the negative portion I am neglecting and I am making them into positive. This negative portion making into positive. This blue colored graph represent the graph of y equal to modulus of log of mod x. Okay. Therefore, here I can write step 1 f of mod x and step 2 modulus of f of mod x. That's all. Next, we will discuss how to draw the graph of mod y equal to f of x. Suppose y equal to f of x is given, then how to draw the graph of mod y equal to f of x? Observe. Clearly, modulus of y, nothing but it is always positive. In case if f of x is negative, if f of x is negative, then modulus of y graph does not exist. Yes, it is. Why? Because modulus y nothing but always positive. When you have f of x negative, mod y is not possible, right? And mod y equal to f of x, nothing but plus or minus y equal to f of x I can write. First point, very, very important point, f of x must be non-negative, remember. Okay. For example, If you have the graph of f of x in this way, suppose this is y equal to f of x. Mod y equal to f of x does not exist for f of x less than 0. So I am going to neglect this portion. Modulus y equal to f of x exists only for this portion, and y equal to plus or here, the value of y become plus or minus f of x, right? This is positive f of x, and automatically it become y equal to minus f of x. Okay, observe all the graphs at a glance. When you have y equal to f of x plus k, you have to remember up and downs, right? Here f of x negative does not exist, remember. And then y equal to plus or minus f of x. Yes, first graph, y equal to f of x plus k. That means, observe, when you have plus 1, move the graph plus 1 units upwards. When you have minus 1, just move the graph 1 unit in the downward direction. Okay, nothing is there. Next, second one, suppose internally you have plus k, that is f of x plus k. Then observe the graphs, just shift the graphs left side and right side. Suppose if you have to draw the graph of e power x and y equal to e power x plus 2, then observe, we know that e power x graph exists like this. When you have e power x plus 2, then x-axis base, that is same, but draw the line x equal to minus 2, and then simply by treating it as 0, keep in mind, treating it as 0, just draw normal graph like this, like e power x, and then go for y-axis here. This is the graph of e power x plus 2. Okay, and here observe, when you have plus sign, moving left. Here you have plus sign, right? Plus 2. That means we are moving left side. Minus 2 is the graph here. Next, when you have negative sign, then move right side. This you have to remember in the second case. Next graph, k into f of x. Nothing but there is a change in the range. Next, f of kx. That means no change in the range, but the graph may compress or stretch. Observe the graphs. Here, when you draw sin to x graph, it compress. When you draw the graph of sin of x by 2, then it stretch. Okay, so when multiple more than 0, it stretch. When multiple between 0 to 1, this then automatically it extend, right? When you have plus 2, that means more than 1, then the graph compress. Okay, when you have positive 2, 3, 4 like that multiples, then the graph compress. Okay, when you have 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, then the graph stretch. That you have to remember. Next, modulus of f of x. Y value always positive, so that the negative portion of y we have to neglect, and then we have to make it into positive. Very simple graph, that is the graph of y equal to mod f of x. This one, f of x always positive, right? Therefore, the negative part of f of x neglecting, and we are making it into positive. Why? Because modulo sign you have. Next, mod x. If x is either positive or negative, whatever, it gives the same result as you get for all x more than 0, right? Therefore, for all x more than 0, you got the graph like this. So for all negative values of x also, we get the same model graph. We have to neglect this part. So left portion we are going to neglect, and we are copy and paste right portion of the graph. Next, modulus of f of mod x. Two shifts here. First f of mod x and then modulus of f of mod x. Last one, mod y equal to f of x. Clearly y value positive. So when f of x is negative, mod y does not exist. When f of x is positive, then mod y equal to f of x exists. Just paste the graph below x axis. Okay. And suppose the question is, draw the graph of mod y equal to modulus of log of mod x. Okay. Then first you have to draw the graph of y equal to log x, and then go for y equal to log of mod x, and then go for y equal to modulus of log of mod x. After that, go to draw the graph of mod y equal to modulus of log of modulus x. Okay, we know the graph of y equal to log x, that is increasing graph, and the graph exists like this. This is y equal to log x. This is 1 and it is 0. Next, log of mod x. Mod x you have, so that the same portion of graph which is existing in the right part as it is, that exists for negative values also. So that what we get, this is actually y equal to log x, right? For negative values also, if you write, there exists y values. So this is y equal to log of mod x. Next, modulus of log of mod x graph. That means for the second graph, we have to apply modulus, right? For the second graph, we are applying modulus, means we have to neglect negative portion and we have to reflect it into positive. Okay. We have to neglect negative portion. Why? Because this is always greater than or equal to 0, right? So here we get like this, and then here, this is the graph of modulus of log of mod x. And last graph, suppose you have mod y equal to modulus of log of mod x. When mod y you have y equal to plus or minus modulus of log of mod x. That means we get the graph in this way. This is x-axis, y-axis, both plus and minus, right? Therefore, by previous graph, this one. Now, the modulus is also for y, so we get the graph in this way. This is the graph of mod y equal to modulus of log of mod x. Okay, very simple. You can easily draw the graphs. For example, you have y equal to x square plus 2. Then what happens? Simply draw the graph of x square and then move 2 units upward. Okay, this is y equal to x square and this is y equal to x square plus 2. Suppose y equal to x plus 1. We know the graph of y equal to x plus 1 means 1 unit, like this. Next, y equal to e power x minus 2. First x axis, then x equal to 2. Here x axis nothing but y equal to 0. And then simple like e power x graph. And then go for y axis. This is 0. Okay. Next, suppose you have the graph of y equal to mod e power x. First draw the graph of e power x. E power x, no negative portion, so as it is this one. Suppose y equal to modulus of x minus 1 into x. Generally, the graph of x into x minus 1 process through 0 comma 1. When you have modulus sign, neglect this portion and make it into positive. Suppose y equal to e power modulus x you have. This is actually e power x graph. Mod x means the graph, whatever exists for positive values, the same graph exists for negative values. So you have to neglect this portion. The same graph here exists. This is e power mod x graph. Okay. And y equal to modulus of e power mod x. E power mod x already positive. So the same graph exists. If it is having negative portion, then we have to make it into positive. So no need. Why? Because this is always positive. So simply the same graph exists in this way. So this is the easy way to draw the graphs of transformations. Okay.